Hey, I'm Kev here. Must come out with some more coverage from Season 4 of Formula Xbox. And Tier 1, they visited a very wet Malaysia for round 2. As you can see, I'm on the inters trying to get a good lap in and finish up the order in the grid. But I didn't, because as you can see, I've got awful traction already on these inters. And unfortunately, I put a dry setup on the car, and that just made me wheel spin and drift around almost every corner. So I had a dreadful lap, and I had a dreadful race as well, because it was very wet in the race. Even saw the old full wet tyres being used in that race. And so, yeah, I was just awful again in this race, unfortunately. And I've learnt for next time, just go with a default setup instead, where the gears, they're not going to be spinning up the wheels, like it is with this normal dry setup. So you're going into the left hand, you're going into the fast left right here. We're very smooth at times, but it's just not the speed there. It's like my qualifying last year when I was smooth at times, but I was just very slow. And so, yeah, maybe I just got to be more aggressive in my driving style. Maybe I've got to change my driving style a bit with this game, and because I've never really got the hang of it so far. I'm still in my tracks that I'm good at, but there's a bit less than it was in F1 2012 and F1 2011, and now I've got F1 2010, and it seems a decent game, and it seems a bit easier to drive in F1 2010, and playing F1 2010, it made me realise the strides Codemasters have made with this Formula 1 game franchise that they've got going, but it makes me realise why they have so many faults with the game as well. So maybe that will be coming maybe in a video about the F1 games from Codemasters. But let's get back into qualifying, and let's see me cross the line to just sneak under the 1 minute 40 barrier. That's awful though. My teammate wasn't though. Top 5, brilliant qualifying from him. RS2M on pole, as you would expect, with Insignia again right there alongside him. Jay Lang in his first race for Williams in third, and you're seeing Stop Matt right up there as well. So we are down in 14th with our old mate near the back, Cartman right behind us, and the other Lotus as well, Casey Legend in front. So we're on full wet tyres, and there's a very slow getaway from the grid for round 2 here, and we're looking on the outside, just trying to see some visibility here. As you can see, look at all the spray. Oh, it's like a car wash out there as we're going into the first turn, and unfortunately Casey Legend got spun, and I've been unfortunately collected there as I had nowhere to go. He just reversed round the car, as you can see, just stuck it in reverse, and unfortunately that reversed me into the gravel. So we're down to 15th out of 16 players, so a full lobby for the second race of the season, and we got Kells in front of us, and we got some catching up to do as we go later into the lap, into the tight hairpin here. I believe this is turn 9, if I remember correctly. We've got Random Beats in front, and look at this, we're already experiencing the back end getting away from us. You're going to see this quite a lot in my highlights, and we've got some debris as well into that right hander, and on to the next lap now. We have kind of caught up to Random Beats and Kells in front of us, and as I said, this midfield is tight this year. There's quite a long line there already, as Random Beats again lost the back end in turn 6 still on the exit, and we managed to get past up to 14th spot. And we've got Casey Legend right behind us as well, and he's past Random Beats. And look again, we're losing the back end through that long right hander. So difficult in these conditions, and don't put a wheel on the curve because you almost spun the car there as well, as we're going wide, as we've got Casey Legend having a look round our outside, and we're just trying to hog these corners, hog the apexes, try and get some grip as Kells went wide in front of us, and Casey Legend took advantage of our mistake, is up past us and past Kells as well, as we're right in some spray traffic here. While we're trying to get some clear air to see where we're going into the last corner, and we got Random Beats right behind us as well. A couple of seconds though, but he'll be quickly behind us, as there's RS2M doing the fastest out the race with a mid 40, and we're still in the 50s. We've done a 51 flat. That's pretty dreadful, as we're taking a look down the inside of Kells into turn 1, but we're braking very early, very cautious in these opening laps on these tyres that do degrade quite a lot, these wet tyres, not like the inters, and so we've got to protect them a bit. And I'm not really protecting them as we lose the back end again. You know, the rears of these tyres, they're just calling out for help already. As we go into the double right, and it looks like Kells has gone a bit wide. I'm going down his inside as he took a look at Cartman. And we're up to 14th spot. We're so close to the points. Not really. As I let Kells through, as I thought I just chopped him off on the exit. And so I just let him through. You know, stay behind him. And now we've got Random Beach trying to take advantage of this as we lose the back end again. Damn this setup. As we're down to the last place. 16th out of 16. This is even worse than Australia, but then our host Arte unfortunately gets disconnected, and so we are up to 15th out of 15 players. Yeah, this is not, this is, as I said, this is one of my worst races ever, one of my worst league races ever. As we go wide in turn 1, trying to find the apex. Oh, we're losing the back end, but we managed to turn it round, use the momentum to get into the apex of turn 2. And now we're just going through these turns, hoping not to just lose the back end of the car. And as we go into turn 4, I believe this is, and we're going wide. We're going wide. We're checking out the tarmac runoff, which seems to have quite a lot of grip, I will say. As now we're going to the middle of the lap into turn 9, and we're locking up the front, and we're in the gravel. We've got a gravel collection going on this race. Oh dear, we're already a few seconds back already. Look at that, almost 5 seconds back already. As we go on to lap 5 now, we're losing the back end again. As we were gaining actually on Random Beats and Kells fighting in front, and so we're keeping up with them just about. As we go on to lap 7, get our fuel mix down to standard. You can use the rich fuel mix a bit more in the wet conditions, but you know, I was obviously on the limit there. So we've got Kells in front, and look at this, we're granny driving through these corners, unfortunately. We're just holding on for dear life, as we probably should have pitted at the end of this lap. As we're doing some Formula Drift here in the Force Ninja. Unfortunately, it's not made for that. So we're going into turn 9, we're locking up the fronts again, we're collecting some more gravel for the collection. I will have quite a lot of Malaysian gravel to bring home with me after this race, as we're over 6 seconds behind Kells in front. Look at this, we're fighting like a hell. Oh, this is dreadful from us, as we're on to lap 9 now. I think we just pitted, as I was trying just the fastest out of the race, and we're going wide, and we got Cartman behind us, and I believe Jonesy is the other car behind us, as we go into the right hand, and we're locking up the fronts again. Oh no, oh no, we filled up the collection jar for the gravel here. Oh, we're down to lean mix. Just get out of this gravel. We might as well save fuel while we're at it, as we're going 10 miles per hour. And we're proving the Formula 1 car is not an adequate tractor or forklift to pick out cars from the gravel. As we go on to lap 10, and we lost the back end out of the double right into the wall. Damaged the front ring a bit. Oh my god, this... I don't know why I'm showing you this. This is just dreadful from me. As now we go on to later in lap 10, and oh, we're drifting again. We're drifting. See, now I can drift when it's wet conditions in F1 2013. I cannot drift in any other game though. Only in these specific conditions. As we go wide again, oh, I thought we were going to lose it again out of that corner, but we're letting ours turn through as we're getting that. Oh god, and we got Jay Lang, I think, as well in the Williams catching up to us, so we're going to go very slowly out the hairpin here and let him through on our inside here. Here we go. Go through, James. There you go. There you go. Up into second spot. Oh, he was in second spot, but yeah, we're now a lap down, so we only got a couple of laps left. Look on the bright side of things here. So we're getting third place through as well in the Mercedes. I think that is Insignia in third, but Jay Lang very strong on his Williams debut. And then I decided to pit on the penultimate lap for me, because look at this midfield. There's a row of cars here. It's like the AI is out there in qualifying. You know, you get them, you know, in that row. But yeah, last corner. I'm just glad this is over. Look at that. So we're almost losing the car on new tyres as well into that last corner. But yeah, Laney in front of us. We are 14th out of 14. I think Casey Legend disconnected as well, unfortunately. And we end the race by going into the wall. And well done to my teammate finishing 7th. And yeah, well done to us, to him getting his first win of the season, Jay Lang and Insignia on the podium. But yeah, dreadful in Malaysia. Can it be better in China? So now I've watching. So till then, cheerio.